Hi Yins, how are you doing today? I'm doing well. It is Wednesday, May 30th, the last update in May. Can't believe it's the end of May already. It's already almost June. Um, I'm feeling much better. Thank you all for your wonderful comments from last week as far as my health and I guess my cheekiness in my video last week. I think I'm using that term appropriately. So probably not going to be as funny this week. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I didn't mean to be funny last week. I just was funny. Lots happening this week. It was a 3-day weekend for me the past weekend for Memorial Day weekend. So I had a very busy, kind of low-key weekend. For the most part, I stayed home and did a lot of crafting and busy body type stuff around the house. I got a lot of things done. I did go with friends to Atlantic City, which is only about a 45-minute drive, 45 minutes to an hour drive from my house. And it was wonderfully miserable as far as weather is concerned. I mean, we had a very nice time, but it was very miserable as far as the weather is concerned. But, you know, it's the luck of the draw when you go to the shore. So, for the most part, stayed in Caesar's Palace. I only lost $40, but I'm not much of a big gambler. I'd rather spend money on scratch-off tickets than in slot machines. So, okay. So, work is very busy right now. It is, for being a short week, it is still super busy because 2 weeks from tomorrow is graduation, and we all know I'm in charge of co-chairing the graduation. So it's very busy. I'm actually utilizing my editing abilities that I've learned through FlossTube to edit some videos that we use for the graduation, like montages. So, photo montages for the families, as well as like our student speeches. This year we're utilizing a video because our students aren't really equipped to be able to get up in front of a group of people and speak. So that's what we're doing this year. Okay, so, and then this coming weekend, I'm really busy. So I have some friends coming into town this weekend. And then next week, I have family that are going to be here in the middle of the week. So I am not really sure what's going to happen. What I do plan on doing starting on Friday, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, knock on wood, I'm hoping that I will be able to do my daily updates for my lead up to my birthday start. So we'll see. Now keep in mind, remember, this is going to be my next large project start. I might have some small projects that I might start in the middle there before that. So I'm talking about small starts. But who knows? We'll see. Because I'm doing really well on my goals. I only have one thing left. Because we'll get there in a second. So, okay. I have a fully finished object. And we talked about that. If you watched my update, this was a project that we received from at the Midwest Cross Stitches Retreat in October in Minnesota. And I stitched this up, and I showed you the stitched piece. And I went ahead and glued in all the cording and everything. It's not perfect. I'm not much of a finisher when it comes to soft finishing. I don't really have much of the patience for it, but I went ahead and I finished I'm getting a lot of glare because of the lighting from the window. There it is. But it is done. Now, I had spoken about this on my live video on Monday, and I had said about how I wasn't sure how to mount this down. And I had asked if I should use Eileen's tacky glue. I couldn't remember how I was supposed to mount this down. I ended up using framer's tape. And I taped it down because that helped me to be able to line this up better, because then I could work it better. I could pull the linen up and move it. So that's a thought. And then I glued it down with the Eileen's tacky glue onto the box. So I'm pretty pleased with that. You know, it's not perfectly square on the finish. I think I did a pretty good job for my very first mounting like this. So that is the lid. And there's the box. So my fully finished object. Hold on. Okay, I have two projects to show you. I have, because I got bored with, wait, I shouldn't say I got bored. I needed a break from Henry. So I went ahead and I pulled out my mushroom sampler. And this is the mushroom sampler that I was inspired by Elena B to do. And this is the one she got for, I believe, Christmas from Olivia B, her sister, from the store in France. So I've already done this motif, this corner, and I moved over here and worked on this motif here. And surprisingly, didn't take me very long to do, and I have a mini finish. So let me here it is. So there is my mini finish, and this took me 2 days of stitching, I think. And I didn't have a whole lot of time on those days to actually really stitch. So I think I finished this on Saturday, Friday, and Saturday. But yeah, I needed a break from Henry's confetti, so I went ahead and pulled this out. But before I pulled it out, I went ahead and measured because I wasn't sure. I was really worried that I gave too much border. So I went ahead and went on to 1, 2, 3 stitch and counted out the stitch count and did the measurements. And thankfully, I have enough room on the fabric, so I shouldn't have any problems. But I'm gonna continue coming straight across the top border, and I'm gonna do the border first. I'm gonna do the top border first. So the next mushroom will end up being this bottle cap type mushroom, which is again a lot of confetti, so I don't know. And surprisingly, and I don't think it's showing up that way on the video, but this has purple in it. So it's like a really dark gray and a purple. And it took me forever but to figure it out, but this is a blended thread. So those are blended threads in the stem of the mushroom, and then actually I think most all of the mushroom is blended threads. So these are browns, and then these are purple and grays. So there we go. And that is my second mushroom motif done. And if you're stitching along, any mushroom will do in the mushroom sow. All it is XS mushroom sow on Instagram, hashtag XS mushroom sow. And again, I have this in my Made by Momma Joan, my Ginger Gerald alternate reality bag. And I think she has more of that fabric. I could be wrong. But if you're interested in that fabric, reach out to Momma Joan on Etsy and say, hey, do you still have any more of that alternate Ginger Gerald reality bag fabric? Or you could say, what are we calling this? Is Mountain Man, Pinup Mountain Men, but alternate reality Ginger Gerald. Okay, we'll talk more about Momma Joan here in a bit. But I have to show you Henry. So, I have a page finish on let's see, today is Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Monday after my live video, I went ahead and finished the page. And it took me a little bit longer than I anticipated, but there it is. So that is page, I can't remember, but I have roughly 11 pages to go. Roughly. I say that because I think I took there's three rows. There's this row, and then one more full row. And at the end of each row is like a really thin row of, I think, like 12 stitches, a column of 12 stitches. And I counted the 3 rows as one page. So we have 1, 2, and a column, 3, 4, 5, and a column, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and a column. So 10 full pages and 3 columns. So just over 10 pages left. So going strong. I'm going to continue working on Henry between pieces in the month of June. So you are going to see in my daily video logs that I'm going to post, you will see Henry throughout the time. Probably not significant amount of progress, but I am going to continue, and most likely I'm going to move over and work on, I was going to go down and do this page next, but I think I'm going to do this page next because it has the most amount of confetti. And I really want to continue going and get the biggest amount of confetti done. These pages have a lot of confetti like this, but it seems to start thinning out as you go down. So that is the plan. Let me go ahead and put my pillowcase back on this, just so I don't have so much cleanup when I'm done. So that is the plan. So we will see Henry some more. Probably not for a week or so, but who knows? I'm going to stitch on him when I feel like stitching on him. Okay. So that's everything I have to show you as far as progress. I have one purchase, and this is actually something I ordered a while ago from Momma Joan, but I told her no hurry because I knew she was going to retreats and she had a whole lot of other important orders to do. I was not in any huge hurry for this, but I had asked her. One of my project bags was the fabric that she found for me of like the old world map style fabric. And so I went ahead and asked her if she had any of that fabric left, and I asked her to make me 2 more grime guards because I needed 2 grime guards. I needed an 11 by 17 grime guard. So I have the 11 by 17 grime guard, and I needed another 11 by 11 grime guard, because those are the two sizes I use the most. I use an 11 by 11 and 11 by 17, because I have two sizes. I have two Q snaps of each size, and so now I have two grime guards of each size. I also have other Q snap sizes, but those are the two I use the most. So now I have two of each of those sizes, so I'm good to go now. Okay, so that's all my purchases. Okay, almost last but not least, my shop update. If you are following Bendy Stitching Michelle Garrett, she has mentioned in a few different places there is going to be a GingerGerald Smalls, GingerGeraldDesigns Smalls, or GingerGerald Smalls Sal. I am not running that. That is solely between Michelle Bendy and Caroline from Off the Grid Needle Arts. So if you're interested in stitching along with them, any of the smalls that I have in my shop, go check them out, or reach out to Michelle for information on that. I think she was supposed to have information in her most recent update, but I'm not sure if she actually gave that information. But I think that was supposed to start June 2nd. I could be wrong, but be on the lookout for that. And along those lines, I have a couple more small projects coming out, small designs coming out this weekend and next week. Hopefully I will have a small coming out this weekend. So be on the lookout for that. And then next Wednesday, during my update, I will have the release of the third in the series of small old-fashioned architectural elements series. So that will be the third in that series coming out next Wednesday during my weekly update. Okay, last but not least, my plans. So since this week and next week is so heavily busy with visitors, I'm not sure how much I'm going to get done with stitching. So my plans are to mainly stitch on the Snowy Owl. We may see Henry, or we may see the mushrooms again. I don't know. But definitely primary focus is the Snowy Owl, because that is the only thing I have left to finish in my goals in order to have a large start on my birthday, which is 25 days away. So it's still a slightly tall order, but I think I can manage it. So fingers crossed, knock on wood, that I will get that done and that life doesn't get in the way too much, even though June is a fairly busy time of year for me. Excuse me. So with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful stitching week. I am looking forward to every stitch I put in this week, even though I don't think I'm going to have much time tonight to do much. But I'm going to do as much as I possibly can. And I'm going to be as creative as I can. So I'm going to be creative, so don't forget to always be creative. And I will see you on my next episode. See you later.